building something cool and then no one knows about it. You see what I mean? It's like uh, the whole marketing thing requires a different a mindset than building something. With what? The show? Yeah. Yeah. I'm familiar with your classes. I have to also do classes in mine.
All right, cool. All right, so
Okay.
you were saying about this party, which it looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you. It's called the Collector's Party, the Collector's Show. And I actually started building this like 2 or 3 months ago. No, it was in April. And so I wanted to have a show for my collectors, people who have bought my art. And then I also included people who have remixed my art because if you know my current project, Crypto Stellas, it's public domain, which is CCO.
Huh.
So anyway, all the art that you see was submitted by my collectors. So some of my collectors opted to pick my own art for the show, and then some of them chose art that they like that is not done by me. So it's a very weird concept. I think maybe the oh, okay, that's C Simple, and I know that he was doing. He's gonna no. I have two DJs set up at different times,
Okay.
and so he's new at doing the.
Oh, I'm
Anyway,
still on Peggy Chew.
oh, it's still there. I think C Simple though is okay. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not
and
live. I'm still behind on the video.
anyway, so this show, yeah, is like a thank you to all of my collectors because I really wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff if people were not buying my art. I mean, I live 100% as an artist right
That's
now,
cool.
crypto artist. Like I don't have a job. This is it, and so you know, I do things for my collectors. Like that's why I have the sticker machine downstairs, and I think that's the first one maybe in the metaverse where you actually get something in real life from the metaverse, meaning you tweet to get those stickers. I don't know if you checked out the sticker machine, but I'm going to
No.
build like a whole wall of experimental vending machines. And the next vending machine that I'm building for a friend of mine, her name is Mel G. Um, she worked with a perfume creator, like a production, and they made a metaverse perfume.
Uh huh.
So that's the next thing we're gonna have. That one you'll have to pay for, and mine might become like a paid thing after a while. I'm just trying out different ideas right
And
now.
these are the vending machines you have downstairs in front of
Yeah,
your museum.
sticker. Yeah, the sticker machine. It's right in front.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out. But so you were saying about the art though. All of this art is not necessarily yours, but some of
Right.
it is based off of your Creative Commons work. I
Some of it is, yeah, remixes,
uh huh.
and some of it is mine, and then like the John McAfee one is mine, where he's like looking at NFT Twitter and looking at a chromie squiggle. Anyway, like that one's mine, but a lot of it is submitted by the collectors as what they wanted to show, something they love right now, because I didn't want people to feel like they have to choose my art. I just wanted people to feel free and just to choose whatever they want because this is a party for my collectors. Like this is for them. That's how
Gotcha.
I look at everything. Um so yeah, I've had like tons of different I like to try experimental types of events Like everything I do is experimental. I only do a one-off pretty much. I don't do repeats because I love to try everything new. So that's what it is. Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
then it took me a while to figure out how to build that diving board. I used street lamps, light posts for the railing.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to run up there too as we talk, but I want to
Yeah, I
make
was
sure I get a
board.
look
You
at those
fall,
vending machines too.
yeah, you fall all the way through.
Yeah, it's really a cool experience, and you fall through the art, right?
Yeah, you fall through the pool and into the gallery. Yeah, you fall all the way down.
That really is cool and innovative, and like I said, it's the pool party to end all pool parties. It's really cool how you how you take advantage of the space and innovated that. Like that diving board is something else.
You think so? Have you done a diving board
Oh,
before?
oh, I not here, but please believe I'm definitely gonna add a waterfall to my parcel. I just gotta find the
Oh
right.
yeah, waterfalls. Water just makes everything feel good
Yeah,
to me.
right. Yeah, we gotta
Mm.
have you by one of these days. After I know you, you say you took months to build this, so I know you need some time off. How long actually were you working on this build?
Well, Ghoulie helped me. She built the original structure,
Mm-hmm.
and then and the bunnies. She made the bunnies too, and I hired her for that. And then I sort of modified the structure a little bit here and there, but then I did all the animations and set up all those eggs that you see like in the back area.
Uh-huh. The
Those are
floating ones?
all manual animations, one by one. Those eggs,
Wow.
each one, each one is its own. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
It's not a GIF. I mean, so this took me months. I had to postpone it a little bit, but honestly, I put probably a month of work into this one, and I'm gonna leave it as is and just replace it with all my own art. But I'm not gonna take this one down. I've decided.
You know,
I'm gonna-
have you read what they developers notes on the parcel saves and the snapshots and the changes they're making to all of that backup data regarding like our parcel versions?
No, what are they doing with that?
Well, they're going to. They said that capturing all the data of all the changes from all the people that are making changes to their parcels has become cumbersome. I think there's 32 gigabytes of data now, and growing. And so what they said, they've implemented this sort of thing where they're going to save the changes if as long as the changes are made. They're gonna make like a one daily save, and then if you make changes between an hour or something like that, they're not gonna keep them if you make two changes under 1 hour. They're only gonna keep
Will
one
we
of them.
have them historically? Like, can I go back to this build?
Yes. Now here's the thing. So what they want to do to save that or to give you the ability to go back to previous versions and previous builds is to use snapshots. So and you can create a space from any of the old versions that are right now. So if you have old builds that you want to save, you can download the JSON from those builds and you can create snapshots. So if you snapshot this, you can snapshot this and save it, and they're never going to delete that. That's what they said. They're never going to delete that. But some of the data that has been bogging down the system, they said they want to be able to have the right to get rid of some of it. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. I'll get you a link to it or something. It's in the Discord, and it's in the dev updates. I got that going to my Discord channel.
Yeah, I want to do the teaching thing, and well, now it looks like I might.
Well, you already started, didn't you? Like you.
I'm looking for maybe like a sponsor job in Canada, I guess. But I feel like I could do something with this metaverse classes idea, like make an education center for real.
So
For real.
I already I have the Metaverse Builders Academy.
Well, I mean, there's Nifty College. There's becoming more. It's just I want to build my own because I have my
Oh,
own
of
vision
course, of course.
for
The
everything.
reason I mentioned it was because I built a little schoolhouse
Oh,
build, and then I saved it as a space, but also as a snapshot.
yeah.
And so you could just flip the
I was there.
snapshots, and it'll
I
turn
saw
from
it.
the nightclub into the schoolhouse.
Yeah, I saw that. Um, I just like, that's part of like being an artist or creative person is that I always want to build my own version of everything
Oh yeah.
instead. You know what I mean? Like, because Nifty Polly, she'd already said that I can teach in her 3D art. She teaches 3D art and stuff. And so what I want to do is teach people how to create experiences. So I want to work directly with people in cultivating this idea of creating new experiences
Oh yeah.
that have never been done before. That's one of the things I really want to focus on. Experiential design, I think is what it's called.
Well, you've
Uh,
gone to such lengths to get this community that you have, and like so many people are beholden to you for so many of their wearables and their inventory. I don't even have any idea like how many items have been sold out of your collection. So,
so
um,
with community collections, I think there's like 1,500 items in there. It's a
woof,
lot. It's a lot, and that just happens because there was a need for it.
absolutely.
That's when no one else was really doing it.
Yep.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, you were definitely the first one I'd ever heard of who were minting publicly for people and opening up their collection to public submission. So,
Well, and also, no, people are pretty bad with communicating, especially like technical people. And so they don't give you a way for you to contact them. And so that's one thing I did differently.
mm,
I was like, reach out to me on Twitter, send me a message, tag me if I'm not following you, etc. That's a one thing that fails. I see this over and over
huh.
is that people don't think about how to communicate to the people that are on the other side, like that would need the thing. They
Hmm.
don't do
I
that.
gotta
And
take that into account. So you say open up a channel of communication with people that are on the other side of the fence from you.
yeah,
Hmm.
like it doesn't work otherwise because then you're just getting the same people that are already in the metaverse that already know how to do stuff. What
Right.
you idea is that you bring new people in that have no idea. Those are the people that can grow an ecosystem.
Yeah.
The ecosystem is going to die if it's just us coming to parties over and over again.
You're right.
It's not going to work. Yeah.
You're right. That
So
that's the one thing I'm trying to figure out is how to crack the code of getting somebody to get their own wallet and interested enough to get their own wallet to actually, because if they come here and they don't have any wearables, it stinks. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, if they got to go through all the trouble of setting up a MetaMask wallet and all that, they lose interest. So it's like, how do you transition people from Web 2 to Web 3?
you educate them in how to get free wearables because free, it speaks to people.
Hmm.
Free is like a big motivator. And so that's how I would do everything. My education center would be based on my like experience with this. I'd want to also I have too many ideas all at once, but that's one of the biggest ones is simplification. Simplification, make things easy and free, and then that's how people will adopt. Oh, I gotta send you one right now. This is exactly the type of thing like someone needs a swimming suit. Hey. Just giving gifts away. I just love giving stuff away. I don't know why. I've always been like this. And
Yeah, me too.
I think the world would actually be better if there were more people like us that like to share and give. Like just imagine the world, what it would look like.
Yeah, I get so much
Oh,
pushback from people that are like, why are you teaching for free? Like, if you just charge people $5, it's like you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's like,
well, your school is free, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that. They just have such a problem, and it's like you don't understand. Like, I would rather. I've been waiting so long for the metaverse, for VR, for AR, and it's
Oh,
like, if I can push that forward and get mass, not, I don't know about mass adoption, but we're like, what do they say? We're like 4% of the world right now that are involved in this
that
technology.
it?
And so,
Yeah.
what happens when we get to 7 to 8 to 10? You know what I mean? Like, all along that journey is going to be interesting, but,
It's interesting. Like, I have to think about, I've had to ask myself these questions recently, like, why? And part of it is I feel freer to be my real self in the metaverse world than the real world. And I think that's because I'm introverted. And I think introverted people will adopt this way faster because, look, we're having a conversation based on similar interests, and it's hard to find people that are similar. I feel like in the real world, like
yeah.
even in social media, it's like different. It's not as direct or something, is it?
You know what? We spoke with this. I spoke about this with Ope in her rooms. Ope Style Star, um, who I've learned so much about. VR and stuff in her rooms. And
Who's this again? Ope?
yeah, Ope Style Star. She's really really good and really awesome in Clubhouse. I don't know if you're in the Clubhouse space, but also she's like one of the few people that I know that really extends people's experiences into multiple metaverses. Like, I was really into voxels when I first got here, and she was the one that got me into Decentraland. She was the one that showed me Mona. She was the one that showed me Substrata. She was the one that made sure that I, was looking at what the Oculus could do. I've been waiting for VR for so long. But
Yeah.
we were talking about being in the metaverse and how, for me, there's a nuanced difference between a character that you play in a video game, like a Ryu or a Guile or a Ken or a Mario or even a
Yeah.
Pac-Man. There's a difference between a character that has its own identity that you sort of usurp control of when you're playing a game, and the avatar that you have in the metaverse. Like,
If you
not
make yourself.
yeah, I made these wearables
Me
that
too.
I look like this because I've either bought these wearables and wanted to wear them, or because I made them myself. But and that in and of
So
itself,
judgment.
it sort of carries an investiture of my identity. Like, this is, if someone was standing on my toe in the metaverse, I would move. You know what I mean? Or they would have to move. You know what I mean? Like, because you're in my space. And I never said that about video games.
I know.
So
That's yeah, and it's weird because like I probably am the oldest. I think Brooke and me are maybe tied, but it's funny because when I met Brooke Hawk, I had this idea of like his age or something, and I
uh-huh.
was like way off. And the same way with me, like I'm really fucking old, but I've always been
You're not
an
that old.
early adopter of technology, like since the very beginning. I was building websites. I taught myself how to build websites and stuff. And so I've always, and when I was building websites, I was technically doing the same thing I'm doing now, like with the sticker machine. I had built these different things in my website. It was experimental, and it was like find the hidden thing and you'll get something mailed to you. In essence, I've been doing the same. I'm that same person from like 20 years ago
Wow.
that was building websites.
Wow.
But I could, this is different because these are the tools that I had needed back then, which like merging virtual and real together, or, doing some action in a virtual world will lead to something coming in the mail. It feels like magical or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I
Coming from
love
a
that.
different world, like you're summoning a person that is in a virtual world to then give you something in the real world. It's like I don't know why I like thinking about stuff like this because it
You're
seems like
saying metaverse actions lead to real life consequences?
yes, yes, yes. Now that's an area that like I said, I have been doing this since forever. I hid like plastic sandwiches inside of my experimental website. And if you find the plastic sandwich, then you get a plastic sandwich in the mail. Like it requires trust though.
Yeah,
That's what people have to feel like I'm not going to abuse their real mail. They have to dox themselves.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which but then by doxing by by having that option to dox yourself with someone that you trust, then you can become friends in the real world in my opinion.
That's really
After
cool.
all those steps. Yeah. And
That's a
then
very interesting take on it. A lot of people are very careful about their real world identity and don't want to.
yeah.
For people that may not know what doxing is having your real life credentials, identity, name, address,
I mean
information about you
it's
revealed
pretty
online.
scary. I don't even know if I would do it,
Yeah,
but
it is. It
the
is.
option is voluntary. And so the sticker machine is like it tells you you can tweet to earn the stickers. You have to do an action, obviously,
Okay.
because I want to make sure like people aren't abusing it. But then, at the end of it is like, okay, you have to give me your mailing address, but you can always set up a PO box that's anonymous.
Mm.
People always have that option. And I think a lot of people in crypto, you know what? There's lots of ways you could do this. You can have it delivered to your neighbor or your friend
Yeah.
or get a PO box. Like there's
Oh yeah,
ways
a
around.
PO box is not anonymity guaranteed, but it's definitely a way to receive digitals in a manner that's not 100%
Yeah.
transparent. So
Plus, I mean, the other thing we're up against, because I had to deal with this when I sent out I had chocolates manufactured with my artwork imprinted on it,
oh wow,
but I had to deal with the fact that I'm putting my return address on there.
yeah.
But here's the thing. Now, hi Kuso, how are you doing?
Hi, doing all right.
Hey,
Good.
we're streaming to my YouTube channel, Kuso. So whatever you're saying is going out over the interwebs. Just letting you know.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Awesome.
This
Thanks
turned
for the
into
heads up.
an impromptu interview with the great Stella Bell.
So we were talking about how the sticker machine requires people to dox themselves. And I'm also talking about building these virtual and real experiences. So I like to think of every event that I make has some experiential component to it. Experimental meaning I've never made a sticker machine that requires someone to tweet to earn it. I actually wanted to build that in the real world, but that costs like a lot of money and time. But the thing is, like, once you kind of merge the real and virtual, you have more of a community of trust more than you did before, because that action required someone to take that leap of faith with me and like giving me their address or whatever. But I don't spam people. I actually hate marketing. People know that about me, that I don't enjoy marketing stuff. Like I like to give things and try different experiments, but that's a whole different thing than marketing. Like I don't use sales funnels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. So I think people know that by now, that I'm not collecting their addresses. I actually just want to give people stickers. Like that's the impetus. I have this weird fixation. I've had it my whole life. It's not weird. It's just that I like to give things. I don't know. It's just my nature. And it's a way to connect with the world in a better way, I think. It makes people feel good, and I like the residuals of that feeling,
Of giving stuff away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Tis
wearables
better.
and stuff. Yeah.
That you know they say 'tis better to give than receive. So
And plus, I have so many wearables at this point. It's almost like, hey, Bach is here.
Bach, how you
I
doing? I just wanted to give you a disclaimer. I'm recording this for my YouTube, so anything you say will go out on the YouTubes.
that's fine.
So, Kuso and Bach, how did you? If you all want to talk a little bit, I don't think I know either one of you, right? So, how did you find out about this? Was it on the front page of Voxels?
I follow Stella Bella on Twitter.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Oh, yes, I follow you on Twitter. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
wild.
didn't you create all those wearables at Voxwalk? Wasn't that you?
Yeah, my Voxwalk shop. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my shop. That's all my creations. Yes.
yeah. So I think I have some of your pieces too, including the swimsuit I'm wearing right now.
Wow.
Don't you see me with the pig face? That's me.
Oh, let me see if I have like, let me turn around and stuff. Where are you? Like,
He's
I'm the one with the,
right off your left shoulder, I think.
I'm smoking a joint. I have a black swimsuit with a pig face. You cannot miss me.
I see you. Yeah, I definitely see you now. That's hilarious. That's so
Hey,
funny.
philosopher's here.
Hey,
Philosopher's in the
philosopher.
chat. What up?
Hey, philosopher.
Hi,
Hi
friend.
friends, how are
Hey,
you doing?
philosopher.
Fantastic. One of
What's
my
up?
favorite people
All
in the
right,
metaverse.
we're getting a group here. Hey, philosopher, we're being recorded, so.
Oh yeah, I'm streaming on my YouTube channel,
Can you
philosopher.
hear me,
So
friends?
just so you know, I'm streaming to my
Oh,
YouTube
cool.
channel. So
Yeah, so
it turned
we're
into
talking
an
about.
impromptu interview with the great Stella Bell.
Oh my God, it's so funny because
Oh, nice.
I don't feel great.
I
just
don't think she understands the impact that she's had, or how much of a pioneer in this space she's been.
Well, I'll give you a little clue.
Oh, of
I have
course she is.
I have intense ADD, and if I'm not doing something new, I can't function. And so that's why I do new things. Like, I never repeat events. Like I said, I told you I do things new every time. And a lot of people that are in business, that's not what they do. They just keep repeating whatever's successful.
Whatever works.
I
Yep.
don't do that. I try to come up with something new every single time. Um, and so it's like a curse and a blessing at the same time because I can't really focus long term.
Uh
I
huh.
had trouble finishing this exhibition. I admit that freely.
You had trouble?
Oh yeah, I had to postpone it. There was a bunch of life stuff that came up, and then finishing this up was like hell.
Oh wow.
It was so hard to finish it.
You know what? I think that's just a natural state for artists. I think a lot of what people would refer to as sort of mental health, at least that spectrum. I think I've most artists I've met are somewhere on that spectrum. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, I get inspired because
yeah.
I go with my inspiration. The muse. I have muses like that are on my shoulder, and that muse actually made the sticker machine. Like, I get obsessed with things. I've been obsessed with the sticker machine for like 3 weeks or a month or something.
Uh huh.
I was looking into building one from scratch. I still might do that. I'm gonna sign up to like a workshop thing.
Huh.
But no, I get these weird fixations, like, and I think people who are introverted also get these. I cannot think about anything else. I get like this hyper focus, and I get it's like but it changes. Like, it goes away after a while, but I also forget what I'm supposed to be doing because like I'm thinking about the sticker machine. all the time. And I'm
Right.
still obsessed with stickers right now. And I wasn't like this like 2 months ago. That's what I'm talking about. These things just they
Well,
come in my mind, and I I am obsessive. Like that's how I do
some
my
people
art.
call that vision, and some people
Yeah.
would call you a trailblazer. So it sounds
Well,
like par for the course for to me.
I just love magical things that people can um take part of. Like I don't want life to be boring. And I feel like life is kind of boring in my opinion. It's like a vision that's just a poorly drawn out map. Like even the metaverse too. Like there's not that many things that are like, wow, I feel like inspired by something.
Uh-huh.
And so part of that frustration of not being able to find things was just that I decided I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to be the one that does it. Um, because I want that feeling to be shared by other people. I want other people to have that feeling that I am in search of. So that's why I guess I'm doing stuff. But part of it is escaping the real world. Like I would freely admit that, the real world is not like this, right? It's not.
No.
You can fly around on a carpet and
Or even have as much control over how we are how
interacting.
we appear though. Like the way,
Yeah.
we have a lot of control, but I honestly I think that's a great place to end the interview, at least
Yeah.
part of this. We can get back to the part of you guys. We're here with Stella Bell and with Bach and Kuso and my guy the philosopher, and hopefully we haven't left anyone else out. We're listening to some fantastic music, and we're chilling, hanging out at her pool party. So if you guys can come by, it will
I
still
was
be
gonna
going on
also
later
ask,
on today. Huh?
as we're leaving, Kuso didn't get a chance to talk, so I was gonna ask Kuso how you found out about this. Or
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Loli, Miss Loli invited
yeah,
me, or I just saw her tweet. She's a good friend of mine, and
yeah.
so yeah, I just jumped in, and I really like what's going on in the pool party. Good music. I'm a DJ myself, so I
Wow.
appreciate the good tunes. So thank you. Yeah, props. Good work.
Thanks for attending. I did work really hard to make this